Mexican Food for sponsoring us. Nailed It is one of our other sponsors. R&E Transportation, Mr. Rick Martinez. J&J Utilities, Mr. Jacob Mays. Star Paving. And Farmers Insurance, Mr. John Chavez. And also the Crespin General Construction, which is also one of our promoters. And of course, the Golden Boys and Girls Boxing Sportsmanship Foundation, Mr. Anthony Aragon, that represents that organization. Again, without those sponsors, you know, it's very, you know, we need them, and again, we appreciate them being here. I also wanted to thank everybody that's here in attendance at our press conference, especially the media that comes out and supports us and gives us the notoriety that we need. These young kids, they need that. They need that out there. You know, they need to be put in the papers and on the radio. You know, they need to be out there. Their names need to be put out there so that they're known in our city, in our state. You know, this is a big night for them. I also see Mr. Stan Sabeja in the crowd from the Athletic Commission. Thank you for being here in attendance. And again, what I want to announce also is that we also do have tickets here. Isabel Chavez is here. She will have some tickets. If you could please, just let everybody know, all your family, all your friends. Again, let's try to pack this house. Let's show that we have support for our fighters, for our New Mexico fighters, for our children, for our kids, and show a good presence of family life here. We are kind of waiting on a couple of fighters. There will be some that aren't here, of course, because we have a couple of fighters coming out of Arizona. I'll go ahead and mention their names now. We have Mr. Agustin Renteria, who's out of Tucson, Arizona, who of course can't be here because they're out of Arizona. He will be fighting against Arturo Crespin, and of course, because of their location, not here. And of course, these are two of our main events. And again, Mr. Jose Marrufo, who is fighting against Mr. Josh Torres here. They won't attend because they're in Arizona. But and then we got a couple other fighters that aren't going to make it here, which is Mr. Dorian Dixon, who's fighting on the undercard, and also Marcel Cloud, that couldn't make it because they both were. We got Arturo that just walked in now. Arturo, if you can come sit up front over here. So again, I want to thank Chavez Promotion, Mr. Joe Chavez, Isabel Chavez, Carlos Crespin, and the Crespin family, the Chavez family, for putting this fight together. My name is Martinez. I'm part of the organization with Chavez Promotions. We're proud to bring this fight to you guys. It's been a long time in the making. You know, it's been a while. We had a little bit to do with putting this arena together and making it ready for these events. This is a great arena. We're looking forward to our first fight back. It's been a while. We also want to thank Mr. McKernan, and this is the facility that he runs, and his staff. And with their help, they've done a tremendous job for us putting this together. As you see, a lot of the work they've done, and, without them, take a little bit more work. But with them, we got this venue and this event together, perfectly. Again, all your fighters and families, thank you for being here. Invite everybody out here. We want to see everybody here. I want to go ahead and start with the fighters. Like I said, there's a couple on here, and I want to start with Mr. James Martinez. He will be fighting against Mr. Dorian Dixon. Mr. Dorian Dixon isn't in this evening, but Mr. James Martinez from Albuquerque, New Mexico. I'd like to just call everybody one at a time and get James up here and say a few words.
Fighting here in Albuquerque, I got a lot of family cousins from Tucson here who come watch me fight. Just like you just living here, I work hard. I just want to get going, I just want to work. I'm ready to be 30th. I'm just going to put on a show for you guys. With my son, and we're going to go to work. Thank you for having me. Thank you, Chavez, for taking this meeting, for putting on this promotion. And
Next fight of the evening is Mr. Jose Osorio and Mr. Perez, which are both. First, say a few words, and then Gene is out of Macelo, Mexico. Okay, next up on the card will be Mr. Holguin and Mr. Macelo. Yeah, again, Gene's been, oh no, sorry, my mistake. Jose is here. Jose Osorio is right here.
Thanks to the promoters, to Torres, to speak for having this card. I want to thank God for giving me the opportunity to do this. I want to thank my coaches, Ray and Jason. We've been doing all the hard work. Come Saturday, I'm going to do it. I know best to fight. Hopefully we can show the crowd everything we got. And I'll try my best to do what I do. Thank you.
And we have our two main events of the evening, and we have Arturo Crespin out of Las Vegas, New Mexico, against obviously Renteria. Of course, again, he isn't here, and we'd like to go ahead and get Arturo up here and say a few words.
How's it going, everybody? Thank you for coming out. I'd like to thank my team, Crespin Promotions, my father, Chavez Promotions, Mr. Chavez, his wife, my girl, my family. I'd just like to invite everybody to come out. It's been about a year that I've been in the ring. I'm excited to be back. You guys won't be disappointed. Thank you.
I'm sorry, I wanted to, my mistake, that's the Alex there, he's on the other card here. I'm going to go ahead and introduce Alex Holguin, and I'll give him Mexico. We're fighting in South Let's have Mr. Alex Holguin say a few words.
Hello everybody. Just want to thank Chavez Promotions, Crespin Promotions, my coaches, my family, always been behind me. I'm be on the great card with Torres. I'm fighting for that rebound. That's who we look up to. I'm in great shape. I've been in camps back to back. I had a little glitch in the game plan, but that's not going to stop me. I'm just ready. This weekend we're even to work. You guys are going to come out and see a great show. Thank you.
And at this time, I'd like to introduce Mr. Joe Chavez and Mr. Carlos Crespin. I don't see Carlos here. Is he here? Well, I'd like to have them introduce the main event for the evening.
Thank you, Martin. Again, thank everybody for being here, supporting our fighters. We have some great fighters in New Mexico, and they're going to be tested with the Arizona kids. So, you know, we need all of you out here. Carlos had an appointment that he had to go. Appreciate it, but his wife Elizabeth is there. Thank you, Elizabeth, for all the work that you do and helping me co-promote. And my wife, Isabel, who does most of the work. She says she does it. And I have to agree. Anyway, you know, I'm really proud of bringing this bouts that we're going to have this one. I've had a few bouts before, and they're all been good. You know, and every bout, every time we have a bout, we need to stepping it up just a little bit. Because in New Mexico, it's not that easy to just start promoting. And I appreciate all the sponsors that I have. My main sponsor, of course, is 1-800 Lawyers. They've been with me from the start, and they've always taken care of us when it comes to boxing. And Will McBride is not only a personal friend, but one of the great sponsors for New Mexico. I remember a couple of years ago, we went to Kansas City, and he walks the talk. He went to the ringside tournament, which is the biggest tournament in the world for amateurs, and he fought in that tournament at 40 years old, and he won the world championship. So he loves boxing, and his dad was a professional fighter too. But we've been wanting to have some championship fights here in New Mexico, and hopefully most of these kids that are here look at this green belt, and hopefully you're going to be fighting for one of these things pretty quick. And right now, we have two main events. We have two great fights. Arturo has been fighting here in New Mexico as an amateur for a long time. He has a great record in the professional ranks. And I guarantee you, when Arturo fights, he comes to fight. And he's gonna, he always gives us a good show, and that's what fans want. They want a good, competitive fights. And of course, we have the other main event, which is Josh Torres. He was a kid, and his family, both his mother and his father and his stepfather, have all been involved in boxing. Josh he's one of the best persons that I know of, personally. So, I'm really enjoying having this fight for him. Josh always brings everything to the ring when he comes to fight. So you know that when you're going to see Josh fight, you're going to see a fight. And this kid from Arizona has made some statements that he's going to come, he's going to take this green belt back to Arizona. And I doubt it very much that Josh Torres would let him do that, because first he's got to settle it with him. So at this time, I'd like to introduce, hopefully, the next champion of New Mexico for the WBC.
Well, first and foremost, I want to give all glory to God for giving me the strength and the skills and the abilities to use boxing to better my life. I just hope to be an inspiration to all the kids, to all the upcoming fighters, that if you work hard and you dedicate yourself, that you might be fighting for a green belt also. So I just want to thank the WBC. I want to thank Crespin Promotions and Champions Promotions for giving me this second chance at a big belt like this. It's definitely an honor to be fighting for it. I guarantee you, we're going to leave it all in the ring. We train hard, we prepare well. Jose Marrufo can say what he wants to say. He can train hard. It really doesn't matter. When it comes down to it, you have to beat me in the ring, and that's not going to happen. I'm very excited to be headlining this first card here at the sports complex. I think it's going to be a great venue, not only for New Mexico boxing, but just for sporting events in general. For all the New Mexico athletes coming up, this is going to be a great venue to showcase their talent. If you haven't done so already, later on after the press conference, peek behind these curtains and you can see the potential. I remember when Joe first brought me to this arena, I saw it right away, so I'm very excited to be performing here. I can't wait to perform for you guys on August 30th. It's going to be a great night for boxing for Team Pitbull. And just make sure you tell everybody there, you don't want to miss it. It's going to be a great night. Thank you guys.
One more statement that, this green belt and everything that happened here is happening because of one person, and that's Alberto Leon. Alberto Leon is a supervisor for the WBC. He's the attorney for the WBC, and he has played a great role in convincing Mr. Sulaman to pay attention to us here in New Mexico. And he is paying attention to us, and they're wanting to have some good fighters coming out of New Mexico for more belts. And I, as a promoter, will be bringing those belts over here. And I think we have enough kids in this state that down the line, a lot of you are going to be fighting for these belts. And because here in New Mexico, we have a tradition. And I know in boxing and amateurs and everywhere else, is that everybody strives to be a champion. And that's what we're going to have promoted 6 or 7 fights. They've all been great fights. I respect every fighter, and I love working with our New Mexico fighters. And again, I want to thank the WBC for doing this for us. We appreciate it, and we'll make you proud, New Mexico. Thank you.
Again, another thanks to all of you coming, showing up, our fighters, media. Like I said, we can't do it without you. Again, if you guys ever need anything in this arena, anybody's looking to utilize this arena, you can see Mr. J.R. Rodriguez over there. They'll be glad to help you with any kind of questions you may have. Just remember, Friday, we have the weigh-ins here at 2 o'clock. So everybody attend the weigh-ins here at 2 o'clock this Friday, the 29th. And then the event will be here on Saturday. It starts, doors open at 6. There will be tickets at the door. Again, if you do need tickets, Isabel Chavez is here for anything that you may need this evening. Again, just invite the families, and let's have a good, peaceful night of fights. Safe night. God bless us all.